Hey everybody, this is Chuck from No Place Left, and I'm going to start a new video series on coaching as it relates to discipleship. And so in this first video, we're going to talk about the what and the why for coaching. All right, as we think about coaching, what is it? Well, everything we do as we serve Christ should point to discipleship and should point to becoming like Jesus. And so I think of several verses that come to my mind when I think of discipleship. The first is Luke 6:40, where it says, "A pupil is not above his teacher, but when he's fully trained, he becomes like the teacher." Or Matthew 10:24 and 25, "A disciple's not above his teacher, nor the slave above his master. It's good enough for the student or the disciple to become like his teacher and the slave like the master." And then lastly, my favorite, 1 John 2:6, "Those who say they live in God ought to walk as Jesus did." So we always want to make sure that our end state is to become just like Jesus. And so our coaching will help people do just that, become like Jesus. So there are all kinds of methods for discipleship. You got preaching, you got teaching, you got mentoring, counseling. You got the MAWL process, model, assist, watch, and launch. And then, of course, you have coaching. And that's what we're going to be talking about. But you notice they all end up with discipleship, being like Jesus. Throughout this series, I'm going to be talking about the coaching cycle. It has three elements. The first one is instruction, and then we have application, and then assessment. Now, in all three of these, we have many components. We'll talk about that later. But right now, the coaching cycle is instruction, application, assessment. We're also going to talk about 4 types of coaching. We're going to talk about the player coach, the teacher, and the consultant. All 4 different, but all 4 have their place in discipleship. Now, the reason why I like coaching as it's associated with discipleship is because it majors on doing and it majors on winning. Just like a coach in sports, their objective is to help the team win. And I think that we as disciples of Jesus should have that same mentality. We want to win the battle, win the war. We don't go out there just to tie or to draw, or worse than that, to lose. We're going out to win. And that's what Jesus deserves. He deserves our very best. So when it comes to coaching, that's what we're trying to accomplish. Help people live a victorious life in Christ. And what I've found is that coaching is an extremely effective method that's used in discipleship. Again, it's just one of many, but it is extremely effective. So I'm looking forward to going through this series with you on coaching. If you know of other people that would benefit from it, please pass it on. And go ahead and subscribe over there in the corner. That's very helpful. And until next time, keep making disciples until there's no place left. All right, throughout this series, I'm going to be talking about the coaching cycle, and it has 3 elements: instruction. Okay, there are only 3. It's not that hard. Okay, and what I've found is that coaching is